wasn't been exercising then. Me! Right, anyway. I said I wasn't going to do another Lloyd Evans video, and I was bigging up another channel, ExJW Panda Tower. And then lo and behold, oh by the way, happy haircut to me, and lo and behold, does not ExJW Panda put up a video just entitled Lloyd Evans? And because obviously I bigged up the channel, then it all of a sudden it just appeared. Then I went, right, I'll watch this out of interest. And yeah, bit disappointed in on what the guy had to say, to be perfectly honest with you. Clearly he says he's been absolutely influenced by Lloyd Evans, and even horribly says, let's roll the first clip. And his video is full of, you know, going back to Lloyd Evans' early days, you know, progressively through snippets through his career. Yeah, I thought it was a bit odd, to be honest with you. He seems to keep his shy completely away from the Lloyd Evans scandal, and just concentrates on the fact that in all probability the reason why his viewing figures have plummeted is more to do with this is sushi content, which I never watched, where he sort of dissects longer videos and just do wee snippets. Therefore, and then has the longer version, as I've never watched any of his sushis anyway, therefore you know, it gets to a point that she can have repeated content and clearly making more money out of it. So he seems to talk more about that than he does anything else, and he still seems to think that there is a place for Lloyd Evans within the ExJW community to, you know, for doing his content, and just says to Lloyd, you know, get your shit together, and there is still a place. And I was shaking my head thinking, oh, I don't believe I'm hearing this, to be honest with you. You can't, there's like so many things now, you can't look at him as an individual and then forget about everything else. And I just, you know, I just said, you know, I just said in a response, how can you say there's still a place for him when, well, obviously recently he took down one of my videos, and I'm just saying, and he's calling 7 other people criminal defendants after trying to extort money from 12 other people because they dared express a viewpoint different to his. And I actually said in it, how would you feel if you become criminal defendant number 8 because he doesn't like what you've said about him, and that all of a sudden he puts a copyright strike on you and challenges your channel to remain up because you've used without his permission lots of clips of him going through his YouTube career. There's not been a response by ExJW Panda Tower. It seems as though that the panda is definitely pandering to not just to Lloyd Evans but also to the Lloydites, which have then absolutely went haywire on his channel on this particular video. I will give you a few clips because while I was getting my haircut done today, I just thought I'd scroll the first quips, and I went through them all. Well, not through them all, God's sake. I wasn't waiting that long to get my haircut done. And yeah, there's a lot of Lloydites are in there, sadly. But the good thing about it is it gives people who disagree with their particular viewpoint the ability to sort of to question their reasoning, which you can do on Lloyd's videos, because of course he silences anybody who doesn't agree with his viewpoint, and the only person who gets to see those comments are Lloyd Evans himself. I just thought I'd just read a couple, you know. One guy put up, "Hi, when he started he did everything in the bedroom, ooh, missus. Later as time went on he hired Tibor, made me spell mistake there, and spoke of his wife also working. You forgot about vacations, and when the earthquake happened he grabbed Diana and the girls and stayed at an awesome hotel outside the country. All these while threatening to close his channel unless he got more patrons and more money. In other words, he was imitating the Watchtower's abusive behaviour." Don't forget that a great part of his comments was based against COSA, I think he means CSA. When the scandal came out, it was allegedly proven that he was visiting places like Thailand looking for younger girls. I agree with you, his content got pretty crappy. Anyway, so there's that sort of thing where then people are put in, for those sort of reasons. But then you get so many other people just go that, that the reason why they stood by him is because he helped them initially. But again, just because somebody, it's like so many other things. Maybe, for instance, you could have got into music by listening to Gary Glitter. Maybe that was, Gary Glitter. I've got to stand by him because he really, really got me into music. But do you really want to be in his gang? My God! And it goes on. So many people saying, it's other people talk about his sex life, not him, and yet we know even within his, his book that he wrote about the reluctant brothel user, that he even mentions about his sex life and getting caught by his wife. So yes, he does talk about it, and then of course he did that live stream video, he did the Andrew Gold video, so he does talk about it. It's not just other people have talked about it. Other people saying what Lloyd does in his personal life is up to him. I've heard that so many times. But if he goes out and beats up a granny, stabs a granny and beats up children in his own personal time, is that up to him? Bizarre. Anyway, I'm not going to go through them all. But just if you've got a spare, if you're waiting to get your hair cut, you can always go on to this particular video on ExJW pandering to Lloyd Evans Tower, and you can read them yourself if you fancy it, and also it gives you the ability to actually then talk to other people who are defending Lloyd Evans and just say, and just actually say it as it is. I think Kim's gone on there and put something like that he agrees with 3% of what he said, and 97% does not agree with him. But to be honest with you, if you go through there, you get a bit disheartened with the amount of people that were still on there defending him, saying that he is still the best. And somebody actually put on, oh, give the guy a break. And I'm going, yeah, he did get a break. He went to Thailand, so bizarre. How many more breaks does one need to sort out the shit show that is his life? And finally, I just want to finish on this whole thing about ExJW Panda Tower puts in that subscribe, boys and girls, and also become patrons of his. Without the money he receives through his patrons, he couldn't continue this work that he does. He actually also admits that he works full time, unlike, of course, Work-shy Evans. Now, the thing I struggle with this here, to be honest with you, is that when we were all witnesses and we were involved in this life-saving work we believed we were doing, we didn't say to punters on the door, oh, by the way, can you give me money so I can continue on to do this work. You didn't even get paid money when I was pioneering. You never got paid any money then. Back in the days where you actually sold literature, as far as I don't think they did. I don't remember keeping the money. So that was the case of that as well. So I don't understand what's going on here, because at the end of the day is, if he's genuinely, or anybody, not just him specifically, but this obviously applies to somebody like him, and it's not just him that's done this as well, but there's so many other people do this, whereupon they actually ask for money to continue on doing this life-saving work. Why? What, for instance, if ExJW Panda Tower does a video tonight, what costs is he incurring to put out a video? What cost can there be? Because surely he's already bought his laptop. Surely he's already got a microphone or a video camera or a phone or whatever way he does this. And this mirroring other people's or taking footage from other YouTube users. Loads of people do that anyway. Surely that software is available for one upfront fee, and that's it now. Or maybe there's free software out there. I've never done it because I can't be arsed, to be honest with you. But there's so many other people do this. So if he does a video tonight for 3 hours, what cost is he incurring? Surely there are no costs apart from the electricity to keep his laptop running, especially as he works full time. So I can't understand why people like him are asking people to send money for them to do this work. They should be doing this for free. If it's all about getting people away from the cult, abusive cults, they should do it because they care for people, and they should do it voluntarily, they should do it for free, and they should not be making a charge to anybody. You know, there's loads of people do this out there. There's a few people I got put off right away when they were asking people to send money to them, thinking, I just don't agree with it. That's my personal viewpoint upon this. I think anybody who's doing this should do it out of the goodness in their heart, and just do it because you genuinely care for people. I don't think people should send you money just like Evans does. If you stop sending me money, I can't care as much. If you stop sending me money, I won't be able to produce as many videos. And you're thinking, no, you can do this. Because I've demonstrated not so long ago, working full time, you can still come at home absolutely exhausted, but if you want to talk about a subject matter, you can do it. It's absolute nonsense. And in fact, this guy here, ExJW Panda Tower, sadly, we've got the same thought. You know, he does say that he's borrowed a lot of his things from Lloyd, so he's a little disciple of Lloyd. In fact, we could actually call ExJW Panda Little Lloyd. Yeah, what a horrible thought. But anyway, you get the earthly class where you can join for £1 plus VAT. Receive early access to every Panda Tower video, and your name will appear in the end credits of every video. Wowee! Anointed class, you pay £3 where you get thank you. You receive all the benefits on the earthly class rank, plus a personal shout out at the end of each video. Early access, patron shout out. Super duper. Then you get the Tony Morris class. This is £8.50. I think this obviously people pay this every month. So what? That's a lot of money. £8.50 plus VAT. Oh, I don't know what's that. £9 over. It's over £100 a year. Personal shout out at the end of each video. I thought that's what you got the last one. And I will take your request for a future video. God, if I'd done that, I'd say my personal request is please don't do any more videos about Lloyd Evans, and take off the and stop asking people for money. That's just my personal viewpoint. Other people may disagree with me, but I think anybody doing this, like many other people do out there, do it for free. Just do it for free, because it looks like if you're asking money from people, it looks like that's your motivation for doing this, which clearly is in Lloyd's case. It could come to the point here that ExJW Panda receives so many people who send him money, make him go, "Ooh, lovely jubbly, I can pack in working full time." And it should never be about that. It should be by being genuinely concerned for people, wanting to help people. Anybody like Kim and Mikey says, like Mikey has said many times, anybody who asks you to send them money, don't. So anyway, if you want to send this guy money, it's certainly up to you. But anyway, if you want to go and look at the last video he put up, and if you want to kill 15 minutes just reading the comments, or want to engage in sort of witty banter with some of the Lloydividians, Cedarites, Lloydites that are still out there, where you're able to do that because you can do it on Lloyd's channel, go and do that. One final end to this: when I was going to get my hair cut, when I was walking through the town of Dumfries, I passed, unbelievably, 2 carters, and they were actually speaking to 2 other people who weren't carters like them, just 2 of them, husband and wife probably. And I thought, oh my word. And then when I came out of the place I got my hair cut, they were still there, but this time they were speaking to some sort of Muslim Asian looking guy on a bike. So it was interesting to see that they were actually speaking to people, and I can only imagine that these people approached them, not the other way around. However, I never saw the beginnings of the conversation, because I'd like to see if these had gone off script. They were rogue carters who actually went up and approached people and spoke to them instead of people approaching them. And there's this thing before that I've said before that I'd like to get away from this all. However, it gets thrown in your face when you regularly just go, I see the carters all the time, and you get regular reminders of that faith they used to be in, and how bizarre it looks that they're doing this and counting their hours. I don't understand it. And if the Muslim guy are in there, I may have been tempted to go up and chat to them. However, I didn't. I came back here and had a coffee instead. Anyway, it's a Saturday morning. Saturday afternoon. It's 12:05, and this evening going to go to the movies to watch the Two Towers extended edition. So we're doing that with the whole family, and so looking forward to that. So that'll be. I think the film starts like 7:30, finishes at 11:30. So hell of a long version, and no breaks in between. So if you're dying for a pee, you have to take an opportune time to go. But in my case, I'm just having hardly anything to drink because I don't want to miss a single second of watching this film on the big screen. Probably the last time I'll ever get to do it. Anyway, enjoy the rest of your day, and that's me, and that's what I'm wearing actually. Hiding the big belly here is actually, as you can see, a lovely Lord of the Rings thing. But that was in, funny enough, oh, you actually see this in the beginning of the Two Towers, so there you go. It is appropriate for filming outside. Anyway, bye bye.